It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.
Sway in the morning, Shade 45, 16 minutes into the hour. Got a longtime friend of mine. Just came by the show.
Yeah.
Been concerned about the homie over the years. Should have known I didn't need to be. He's all right. John Forte.
Peace and love, baby.
Yes,
what's
indeed.
happening? And I see you're an anomaly.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you have prolonged what you've done, and you're so consistent with what you do, and you've maintained this level of not only professionalism, but I mean, you're like a stalwart of this industry, man. I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you.
I appreciate that, man.
I can actually take a 7-year hiatus, come back, and you're still here.
Yeah, it's scary to me, bro. I don't even know how. I look at myself and say, "You still here?"
You blessed, bro.
All right, it's a good thing.
Blessed.
It's a good thing. I remember when we first met was back in the 90s, and this was back during the Fugees era.
The golden era.
The golden era. If people don't remember, if you came into the game, I met you through the Fugees run, right?
Right,
and,
absolutely.
With Wyclef, Lauren, and Prize back then, and I know you wrote on the score, right? I wrote,
I produced, I performed with them, toured with them. That album changed, my life. It allowed me to, go around the world and set up my own, solo career, which was not as successful.
Well,
obviously.
You have some loopholes. Things happen. Let's talk about that era, though, because to this day, man, people still get excited about the idea of the Fugees doing a reunion album or doing a reunion tour. I know a few attempts have been made. I don't know if you still keep in touch with them or not. But why you think it hasn't been able to happen? Was that just like lightning in a bottle for them at that time?
It could have been. I'm going to make an analogy that I don't know if most listeners are in tune with it. But last night I was listening to Bob Dylan.
Okay.
And I listened to one of his older songs from that era, and then I was listening to one of his newer albums. And there's certain periods, right? Kind of like you said, lightning in a bottle, where you hear Sam Cooke sing "A Change Is Gonna Come" when it comes out during the time when it was needed to come out. And you could get the best R&B artist or vocalist today to cover that song, and while it might be a great cover, it might not have the same poignancy and relevance to whatever the current paradigm is. And who knows? I'm not saying that a reunion will or will not happen. That's probably above my pay grade. But what happened during that time was supposed to happen for that time.
All right, cool. John Forte is hanging out with us. 888-SHADE-45. What are some of the songs that you helped produce and write on the score?
I remember, I did drum programming on. I was like a big drum programmer that back then, because I learned how to make beats looking over Premier's shoulder. So for No Woman No Cry, I produced Family Business. I produced Cowboys. I also rapped on Family Business and Cowboys. We also did a white label remix of Killing Me Softly with Bounty Killer that was never officially approved, but managed to leak out. Fortunately, because that was crazy. I did that one as well.
You rapped on Cowboys?
I rapped on Cowboys. I had the anchor on Cowboys.
Oh, you had the anchor? Okay, I was gonna try to pull that out real quick and hold up 1 second. All right, and then you did the I John project too, right?
I did I John. I John was my sophomore project, and we did that on the year that I was on house arrest.
Okay.
And it came out almost like 6 months after I was convicted. So I was never able to tour in support of that album, but that album is a really beautiful piece of work for me, because that's when I started expanding the repertoire and going into more musicality in addition to rhyming.
In addition to rhyming.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.